our vacation and our trip to England and Scotland began on March the 5th at Lakeside Presbyterian Church. Through the generosity of the members of the Ann and I were totally surprised when we received the very wonderful gift that the congregation gave, bringing us a little Diet Pepsi
I don't know if I got
after
the right change
one
back or not.
long trip over.
Trying to count the change.
London Heathrow Airport after one long night. 8 and a half about the turn of the century. Amen. Joel from Minnesota. We didn't go in there. There's the Greyfriars dog who stayed loyal to his master. Sunday services 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. David Beckett. A very good 22, age 16 years. That's the dog.
It's the mid-16th century, and at that time this was very much on the edge of Edinburgh town, but we actually have a little plan of the most famous.
The National Covenant was signed in 1638, beginning the Presbyterian You know you're on. You know you turned it on.
Go ahead, Tom.
This is June the 16th, and this is the summertime in Scotland. And let me tell you, friends, it is very cold here today. We're standing in front of St. Giles Cathedral, the home church of Presbyterianism, and it is freezing. Go ahead. Turn it off, man. Oh, all right. This is Bob Collins for CBS News. Good evening. This is St. Giles Cathedral on the inside from Scotland, where John Knox preached in the pulpit there. And we look up to the vaulted ceiling and around at the beautiful stained glass windows here. And it's a beautiful structure right here at the another stained glass window in the front, and completing our circle of the windows here at St. Giles. We're going to be here on Sunday morning for church. And I need a little help on the sermon, so maybe I can give you a few ideas that I do pretty well. Here were put in place in 1170. And this was the center of the old Catholic Church that was here before, and they've been redone as far as the that's what the man told us. There are a few of the banners which hang till they fall. Free of Scotch whiskey. We didn't bother taking the tour because they had free samples at the end. We wanted to be able to finish the day. All right, here's the famous Edinburgh Castle that we're going up to. Here's the parade grounds where the famous tattoo takes place during the Edinburgh Festival in August of every year. And we're heading up towards the castle.
He's just in his glory.
Okay, we've got the changing of the guard here. Here they come with their rifles, moving to their appointed stations. Here they go. Couple all around the castle, protecting the castle.
Surrender. He wouldn't surrender. He received the orders from Bruce to take the castle at all costs. So what he did, he climbed over the north wall with 30 men, broke into the general's chambers, captured the general who then...
Castle. This is the building that was erected in honor of the men that died in World War I, and the names of those that died in World War II and the other wars are kept there. This is the place where Mary Queen of Scots lived, and this is where the British Royal Crown jewels are kept. This is the Scottish Museum, the Great Hall of the City of Scotland. Down below us there is Princess Street, where all the shops are located, and the gardens also. And my sister Betty is kind of right in a mile to Holyrood Palace down there. Straight ahead is the John Knox house. Okay, we are in Scotland. Here we are, listen to the tune of the bagpipes. Okay. In the French Navy, traveled widely in England and Europe. In 1555, civil engineer John Calvin started his ideas. Private letters and public tracts. Lessons of history. They are at the foot of the castle that we see on the hill. And we look down into the beautiful Princess Street Gardens, which we hiked extensively, to beautiful homes, again to new. We think that you might appear today. We do think that far here today.
I think it's flashing E.
All right. Say hard for you. Okay. Now I have seen the monster. This is out here about 250 yards away. Unlike many of the photographs, the head is not quite as long. The neck is not quite as long as in many of the photographs. It's about 10 feet high. It does have a very large body, like one of the Allosaurus's. But I've definitely seen the monster today. I'm ready to have my picture in the newspapers. Now we have it on film. There is proof that there is the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay, it's called Urquhart, and here we are, and here's a beautiful church down in the valley in Cumbria County as I look out over this beautiful valley here. This is such an interesting country church. We took a picture of it from up above, and now here we are down here, and there are these old gravestones and cows next door, and down here are people's homes. And one time, well, we don't know, but anyway.
Then what happened?
We had obviously trouble, but nothing sort of that we couldn't manage.
Yeah.
But it was the insurance people that said, you must lock it, otherwise your insurance premium will go up.
Going down over York Minster, this huge cathedral. We're looking at from the north view. Is that I don't think that until you actually see it, you can see it in the postcards and everything, but you just can't believe how huge this building is. I think it's the largest cathedral north of Rome, north of St. Peter's. The 6th Legion. His emblem was a bull in the 4th century AD. It was found in 1969 during the excavation of the south transept of the minster, allowing where to collapse.
Front door of York Minster.
Was only up for 2 weeks and it collapsed, and they had to redo that again. Here are the apostles, and they're inside these little houses. Of course, they're outside winter and summer all year long. Looking up to Roman times, it's no longer a church. Now, what else is this? History of York. Steps here. That's looking a little further down. This is coming out into the main part of the cathedral. This is the largest Gothic stained glass window. And we look right up there. Here the others. Here. And the main part of the main. And Yorkminster. Looking down the south nave.
Here's Bob and Yorkminster.
Ready to preach the word.
300 to 400 other people. And it has been magnificently restored. The ceiling is beautiful. It's light and it's just wonderful. And once again, this is the north nave. It's huge. Coventry Cathedral, and there's the part that was bombed out during World War II. And then here is the new cathedral that was built beside it. It's a huge cathedral. Takes up an awful lot of the city block looking down that direction. This is coming up into Coventry Cathedral. This destruction of World War II. Of reconciliation. All of a sudden fallen short of the glory of God. Hatred which abides. Words here with a burned out cross. Here at Coventry Cathedral. In England. That cross was made out of timbers taken from the burned out and I'm going to go back and get another view of this bombed out cathedral. Okay. So here at Coventry.
Scholars from their part of the country come study here in Oxford. This college was founded by the Bishop.
We're going into Exeter Chapel here.
And you can see it's quite a large chapel for a college.
The reason why the eagle is used is it was considered the only bird large enough to carry the word of God throughout the world. And they do have services here every Sunday when the students are here, and it's closed during the rest of the year. 76, the Archway, one of the colleges. This is the entrance to what they say is the largest library in the world, 5 million books. Beneath the ground we're walking, there are 2 floors.
You're supposed to.
Asked us for a handout, a little bigger there. Here's the church, and this is where we're going to meet for the tour. There's a fellow out in the square playing his flute. People are queuing up waiting for the tour. It's a free tour of the city of Bath. It takes about 2 hours. There's Baskin Robbins across the street. And galleries, English Teddy Bear Company, and Monk's Coffee House. And here's this beautiful old part of the city, entrance to the restaurant where we'll probably eat lunch today. There's the Roman Baths and Museum. Over here.
And we can see the ladder, or in fact 2 ladders. I think this is probably the balance of the building. And on the ladder, you can see the angels taken away up the cross.
Yeah. Over 1 million gallons of hot water a day for these 3.
It's called the Crescent. The Crescent, the Royal Crescent, is now known. Arguably
Crescent.
the finest crescent, certainly in this country, if not the whole of Europe. The crescent was the work of John Wood the Younger. Now, I've been speaking about John Wood up to now. It's actually silver, of 17.
Oh, there's the right there.
His famous
3 units,
which is where?
symbolizing the Trinity.
Ah, right. Then
3 in 1.
Across the water.
Helmsdorf, Bath with the cathedral behind it, right here in the center of Bath. to the Ba, again with the church.
Bob, he
Up in the place there thousands of years. So that is summer solstice, 21st of June, the sun comes up over that. On top of each one, so it would sit on that point that they put on top of each of the big stuff. There's the tongue that fit into the groove in the next here in Stonehenge. The Blessed Virgin of Mary and Salisbury. And we have weekday services, 7:30 communion, 11 communion. All these figures carved in the face of the cathedral, going up and then coming down on the other side to this great door, coming up again, and holding some major renovation on the right hand.
12 miles from the quarry. There were no roads, there were just muddy tracks, and each piece of stone had to be put on the back of an ox. And it had to be, the ox had to be driven to this spot where many young stonemasons were employed.
That's why we have to open the gate. Can't continue on the road till we open the gate. Most of this area around here belongs to the National Trust.
Okay, now she is. Brought here to the British Museum in 1802.
It's a symbol of Ashur, who was the king. Is that it's
And I think that we're going to be seeing the ordination of priests and maybe deacons here today. Saturday. 40 deacons here at St. Paul's. July 1st, Saturday afternoon. There's been several thousand people that were here at this service. The magnificent St. Paul's. Part of the hardware, love. The stone, the way it's been cleaned and renovated, and the old stone. This is the front of the Abbey. This is the front of Westminster Abbey. On Sunday morning, just before we go to church. So you want to just sit down for 1 second? A bomb fell through and exploded everything down there, and that's been all redone since World War II. This is one half of the organ, which was the old screw.
That's the reason it's going to show little bits of deterioration.
Here's the other half of the organ. This is the American chapel, given by people of Britain in memory of the Americans who were based in Britain and lost their lives in the Second World War. An actual photograph taken December 29th, 1940. Looks like everything went well. Memorials to other field marshals.
Now, Lord Nelson made it last.
This is the old cathedral that burned down in the fires.
As you can see, with the stone gallery around here,